Yeah. So my question is, okay. So require.php has image tag. For example, let's suppose you are making a navigation file. You have a one page, and each page have navigation. You get it? And navigation has image file. So this is image navigation. So what you want to do is, since this one is really repetitive things, you want to make it as one file called navigation.php. You get it?
Is it any different from ordinary image coding if we use require?
Yeah, because the location, there's a location issue. For example, just a little bear with me. So here you may think, in order to include this image file, you have to have image script and the location, right? Like this. So right now, there's a folder which has index. Yeah, week 11 has index.php file, and inside the PHP file, there's a one folder called menu, and menu has require.php, and inside the menu there's an image, and image folder has require.php. So in the perspective of require.php, the image file is the location of image file is image slash require.jpg. Do you get it? Because require in the require PHP, only folder you need to go is image file. But let's suppose you want to call this require.php file into index file. What do you have to do? If you use this file, like this location, it gives you the wrong location. You guys why? You know why? Because in the index.php file, it just bring a whole script file into here. Like, for example, like this image slash require.php. But actually, this location is wrong because index.html is here, and if you want to call this image file, you have to go to menu and image folder.
So you have to.
It's complicated.
So would it be menu and then?
Yeah, this one. Oh, so the answer
You go
should
to
be
menu to images.
exactly. Yeah, it's the correct one. I'm sorry. Why did you not put this? So the location should be image menu image require.j. So this could be the right code. You guys all understand it, right?
Yeah.
It's slightly complicated. Yeah. Yeah, because what I'm wondering is if you are doing actual coding, it's not very complicated because it gives you the error message. So for example, if you confront this question in Trillium, it must be really complicated because you don't know which folder is going to which folder. So I'll cover one more again. So require.php have image tag which have a require.jpg. But when you call this one, you have to see the whole code in the perspective of index.html. If you see see this JPG file in the perspective of the require.php, it gives you the wrong directory.
So when you, I guess I have a quick question then,
Yeah.
just to make sure that we're on the same page. In the coding, if you're doing the coding, you're putting the image required at JPEG, right? It's going to be inside required at PHP.
Yeah.
But in terms of how you want it to be coded, of where its actual location is going to be, you do it from the perspective of index size.
Exactly. So when you use the require function, you have to see the whole directory structure in the perspective of index.html. You guys understand? But in this file, the require.jpg is inside the require.jpg. So if you run the require.php, it's not gonna be working because you put the directory structure in the perspective of index.html. As a little I'll put this slide file into the our section website. So if you guys have any question, please give me an email.
We're getting filmed.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm here for the ITAP program, so I'm only here for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not like specifically filming any of you guys, it's just the lesson.
It's okay. So, do you guys have any questions regarding it?
Are we going to get tagged?
Oh yeah, like just log on to Facebook in like 10 minutes.
Leo, man, get excited.
Yeah. Good shot.
If you use require, then that will give the name instead of specifying the path. But if you give images here, that is specified the path.
Yeah. So the path you have to really take care of the path.
But require we not take care of the path, just the name.
I'm sorry.
In require no one take care of the path. Here, require is in the menu directory. Index is in the main directory. Require is in the menu directory.
Yeah.
So I did not say menu / require. I just directly give require.
No. Yeah, if you two files in the same folder, it doesn't have any issues. It doesn't
But require is in the menu folder. Yeah.
requires many folder here. Yeah.
So
So you have to require a menu / require. Right? But in the require.php, going up again and again. So yeah. So okay, I'll go to if statement. So if statements is really cool function, which your website make interactive really well. So I put the reference website over here, and the basic concept of if statement is make a different page based on different conditions. For example, let's suppose you want to order, you want to ask computer to do like this. If today is Friday, I would like to print, dear customer, have a nice weekend. And if you want to make a computer to understand this statement, you have to use some language that computer understands. So how can you do that?
Do an if then.
Yeah, you have to use if statement. For example, this is a human language, and if you want to convert it to the computer language, you have to make it simplified. And what I'm gonna do is maybe get today's date as one variable, and make it, if the variable is the same as Friday, then print, dear customer, have a nice weekend. Yes.
I would write in PHP if date parentheses b equals 5, then we would print that.
Yeah. Also also returns a number, and also so this is the function. I get the date function from using a date function, which is a built-in PHP. This is already built in a PHP function. So get the date variable and save it in E. And if E is equal to Friday, I print dear customer arrived. Yes.
Is it also possible, or if I remember correctly, if you use small d, then it equals to a numerical, and so Friday would be 5.
I'm sorry?
If you put a date and then d as a small letter, then it would output, or then it would make
Give it a numeric.
Yeah, numerical.
Okay.
So then you could put equals 5 instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll add the slide 5. So this is the basic concept of if statement. So the way to put the use the if statement is there is a if and put the condition here and then execution. That's the thing you already covered in the tangents lab, right? So how can I add Monday condition? Like if you want to put a then Monday comes again in this function, you have to use if else. It's the same if the date is Friday printed, else if it is Monday and says then this come again. And otherwise just print have a nice day.
Is it also possible to just drop the else if, to just write this blah blah, this blah blah? Just keep having like this
And
statement.
if print and if print, yeah, it's the same. It's not exactly the same, but
Yeah, it's slightly
Yeah.
different.
slightly different. But
What would be the
in
difference?
this case, it works the same, I think.
What would be the difference?
What will be the difference?
If you have two conditions that are both true, then execute both, as opposed to just one is true.
Yeah. Do you get it? I'll tell you later. But yeah, so in this case, if date Friday, if date is Friday is printed out, else if Monday, right? But let's suppose if you have two different if statement, date Monday. Yeah, it works the same. But let's say if your date is Friday, or if you put some another condition like or and it may give you a different result. I'll find out the good example of next. So do you think you can make an interactive web page that in which background change according to season? Do you think it's possible? Yeah, it is possible. If you could pull out month or weather data, you can make your website interactive. It's not very difficult. So yeah.
Wait, is there a way to sync it so that your variable would actually be the date?
I'm sorry?
Did you actually sync it so that your day would actually be the date?
Yeah.
Or do you have to
Yeah, this is a built-in function. It's automatically print out the date today from the server.
Oh, it takes the date
Yeah.
from the server.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this is I will give you
Really powerful.
another built-in function like you can get a time, date, day, month, year, week as well. So it's really
You'd also get it to say like one of those additional years where you have one extra day or not.
yeah. So if you want to make your website interact with time, PHP gives very strong built-in function.